up, guys? Brett Okamoto from ESPN. I'm joined today by UFC middleweight #1 contender. He is Marvin Vettori. He's taking on Israel Adesanya for the UFC championship at UFC 263 in Phoenix. And we're getting pretty close now, Marvin. You got what, about a week and a half away? Where are you at with camp? And what is the strategy like as you wrap up? And then I got to imagine in a few days you're headed to Phoenix.
Yeah, man. Like you said, it's almost like basically 10 days left of till the fight. The camp is pretty much over, and I feel the best I've ever felt. Technically and mentally, I'm in the right place. So I could not be the best of myself, the best version of myself for an occasion like this. And I did the extra on everything, and I am the best version of myself. And I'm coming to conquer. I'm coming to win that belt, and I'm coming to be the first Italian UFC champion ever.
When this started, you essentially you were in camp, you had an opponent change, you won that fight against Kevin Holland, and then you kind of just went straight back into camp, correct? I mean, what was that like, sort of, being in camp, having an opponent change, and then sort of understanding this process of like, hey, I got to get ready for another 5-round championship fight almost immediately?
Yeah, more than physically, because the fight, I had like some scratches and stuff, but nothing serious. Was mentally, it was a little bit weird, like I had like, after your fight, you want to take a moment, you want to reset a little bit, and if you train, you do it for fun. You don't have that, you don't put that pressure on you to go into every training session, but so I had to switch that up. But then obviously, I knew exactly what I had to do. So whatever my mindset was, I was doing exactly the same thing. And no matter what, the fact that you're going to fight for the title will hit you, because like it's what you've been waiting for your whole life if you've been an MMA fighter. So, but yeah, man, it took a little bit, but I've always did, like I said, from day one, I did exactly what I had to, and to get into the right mindset, maybe it got me like a couple days, but then since then, man, I'm so motivated for this fight that there was no chance that I'm not gonna show up ready for this, and especially me fighting Adesanya again, that I've been wanting this fight forever, whatever, like you give me an occasion like this, and you better be sure that I'm gonna show up on my best.
You say that it's been your dream your whole life. It's the dream of every MMA fighter your entire life, to fight for a UFC championship. How old were you when you thought to yourself, I want to fight for a UFC title someday?
Yeah, I think I was 16 or 17. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, like the work I put in, it's I don't think it's matched to nobody else. Like nobody can match the work that I put in throughout these years. And that's why I feel so confident going into this fight. I'm ready to be at that level of a stage, and everybody around me is ready too, and everybody around me wants it as bad as I want it, and that's very important. So I feel like this is my time. I said it. I was saying it yesterday to my coach Rafael Cordero. I was like, I'm gonna go in, and it's gonna look like I am the champion from the first second in that case, And I can't wait, man, because whatever they say, a lot of times I see things and I'm like, man, these guys are so wrong, but I don't even want to tell them. I'm like, yes, please just keep believing that way, because I'm gonna surprise the fuck out of you when I'm gonna fight this guy again, and I can't wait, man. I really can't wait.
Where are you seeing this? Are you just seeing like people talking about the fight, like analysts? Where are you seeing these guys say these things?
But a lot of things, they just think like I don't know. I don't even give too much attention, and I should give them even less. But you see it, and they're like, this guy didn't understand nothing of what I am, and that's why every time these guys show up with a game plan against me, they think they're gonna do it, and what I do is like taking the victory under their nose, and that's exactly what like a higher level fighter will do. Like he'll win without even you knowing how he did it. That's exactly how, like, you know, one thing is winning, another thing is winning without you knowing how I did it. It's like, that's the highest of the highest level that a fighter can be. You know, it's like, you know, it's like I see it even in whenever I fight. Like, if I hit you and you realize how I hit you, then, you know, you can make an adjustment. But if you don't even know how I hit you, I can keep hitting you with that same shot over and over and over. So, and you know, they're always a step behind. Like, these people that I'm fighting, they're always a step behind. And even Israel being the champion, he's gonna be a step behind. He's gonna work on whatever he has seen in my previous fight, and I'm gonna come out a completely different fighter. Even though it's just 2 months, I have the ability to do that because I'm so complete. And there's no way they can prepare for this. There's just no way, because how can you prepare for something that you haven't seen? But the level that I'm at and the well-roundedness that I have, gives me the ability to do that, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Did you learn anything that you didn't know about Izzy from watching the Jan Blahovic fight?
Yeah, but in a bad way for him. Like, I think you know, like, his timing and his speed, maybe it was given by the weight. He hasn't even looked that great, to be honest, in his last fight. And then you know, Jan Blahovic is not considered the most skillful guy, even though a lot of it is just given by the fact that there's not so much hype behind him. But he is skilled, but he's not like considered as the most skillful guy. And he was able to deal perfectly with you know, Israel jab, Israel like kicks, and, you know, so I took, you know, they're like, you know, like, I knew already, but that was a confirmation of the fact that it's like, you know, this guy he's good, but like, he doesn't have that crazy timing. Like, you know, he's not Terrence Crawford in boxing. He's not Floyd Mayweather. It's not these guys. He's not these guys. And you know, I don't give a f- people don't realize it, but I know. And so that.
This sport loves predictions, man. Do you have a prediction on how this fight ends?
I want to finish this guy, man. I really want to finish this guy, Israel, and, you know, like, just like, you know, like, leave no doubt. And I think I can. But if not, you know, he's solid. You know, he's solid in his way of fighting. He's solid. You know, he's, like I said, he's slippery. He's able to get away from position. So he'll, you know. But if not, I just beat him every round. I can't let any round get close. You know, I can't let any round be close. I'll bring the fight for sure.
You look loose. You look confident. You look like you're ready to go. And like you said, we're only 10 days away. You got Nate Diaz fighting Leon Edwards that night. You got Davison Figueiredo, Brandon Moreno. It's going to be a fun night for the sport.
That's crazy. Having Nate Diaz in my undercard that's crazy.
Yeah. Why is that?
Well, it's a friend of, you know, I know Nate is a friend of mine, and you know, like, Nate, it was always like, you know, a guy that I was always looking up to, and you know, having in my undercard just feels unreal, you know.
Yeah, no, it should be a fun week, and I'm looking forward to that press conference, your first one in the UFC. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how the fight goes, man. Best of luck, and we'll see you next week in Phoenix.
Thank you, Brett. See you.
CBA, never said I've been on my grind for 7 days. Need a